Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day it is. It's Tuesday. How are you guys doing? Please let me know you're watching by liking this video and commenting hello, hi, whatever you want to. I am streaming in 3 different spots right now. So by the way, if you're on my personal profile and you're not in my 6-figure ad strategy group for women entrepreneurs, please join, because every Tuesday I do sales trainings, marketing strategy trainings, all of this stuff in that private group. And today I wanted to share a little bit about this also on my personal page, because obviously Facebook ads is a really big topic right now. And I'm wanting to put a lot of things, a lot of fears, a lot of hesitancy to the wayside so that we can continue to grow our businesses with paid advertising. So those of you who are brand new to one of our trainings, also let me know in the comments, be like, I'm new here. I'd love to say hi and just thank you for taking the time tonight to hop on with us. Again, I know that you're busy, especially if you're a business owner, and I appreciate you being here more than you know. For me to see your comments, we are dropping down everywhere. It is streamyard.com/Facebook. That will give me access to see your beautiful faces and names when you comment. But again, please like this, please comment, because it's going to help those who said they wanted to come to this training get the notification that we are live. So, hi, Susan. Yes, I am so excited to have you here and talk a little bit about Facebook iOS updates. And like what I say in my banner here, Facebook ads still work. So those of you who are either e-commerce or service providers, just know you can still see great success. A lot of my clients are actually seeing continued growth even through this. I think the only bumpy month we really had was last month. That's when a lot of the tracking was a bit hectic and crazy. If you guys have used Facebook ads, also let me know in the comments. Be like, I've used them, I've tried them, they sucked, they work great, whatever your experience is. I'd love to make sure that I'm talking about that today as well. And again, I'm here to answer any of your guys' questions. So if you are currently struggling with Facebook ads, wondering if it's the next best move for your business, please ask that in the comments, because that's what I'm here for today. I'm utilizing my time to be of service to each of you guys who are interested in learning more. So today I didn't really write up notes like I normally do, because I wanted this to come from just my actual in-depth experience that I currently have with Facebook ads and with our current clients. We have ads ranging from $10,000 in spend. I've had clients spend $40,000 a month to as low as $1,500. Each of these clients are moving through their processes very well, even with the hectic changes. A few of the things that we are noticing is Facebook's back-end tracking system, right? So the Facebook Ads Manager, and you guys can write this in the comments because you'll help people who are dropping in a little later to the live, is not tracking as accurately as it used to be. But to be honest, I never really tested Facebook ads back-end tracking, right? I just trusted that it was doing its job and that it was performing pretty well. Now I'm really diving into like, oh my goodness, like there could have been a lot of missed sales that we weren't accounting that ads were bringing in for our clients, which the biggest thing here to remember, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen on, because I know this is on my personal page today, the biggest thing here to remember is that we have to know where all of our money in ads is going and how it's tracking to be able to scale successfully. If we are not doing that or utilizing it properly or figuring out where our money is going or who's doing what, that's when we're going to have issues, right? Because we won't be able to scale those ads well, because we won't know what's actually performing and what's not. That was, in all honesty, like my biggest fear, especially as an ads manager, was what if I can't track these sales? And my clients are like, Facebook ads aren't working for us and we're doing great organically. How do I make sure that we're doing this well? There's lots of things to do here. And I will give you guys some tips that you can do in Facebook Ads Manager a little bit later, as well as some tools you can invest in if you're wanting to do Facebook ads yourself. Or again, how to find ads managers that actually really understand, the marketing, the strategy, everything behind what's currently going on in the Facebook and Instagram ads space, so that if you're investing in that, you know that you're investing with the right team and the right people. Because this whole update has shaken up the world of ads managers and really proved who is actually the strategist and who are just milking kind of the AI and Facebook system, right? They were just pushing a ton of budget, but weren't really having a strategy behind the campaigns and, the creative they're pushing for their clients. So this is really an opportunity for everybody to learn, to continue to grow. And also for you as business owners to understand where's the best place to invest your money. So those of you who are on, say me in the comments if you have utilized ads before. I'd love to kind of chat about that. Also, let me know, are you an e-commerce business? Are you a service provider? Because ads are very, very valuable for both of these. Obviously, e-commerce, it's really easy to see. It's easy. It's easier to see ad success because it's something they're tangibly purchasing. Yes, love it. And for service providers, usually we use this for lead generation. And lead generation should be also utilized for those of us who are e-commerce or brick and mortar, however, wherever you guys are working, right? Ads are very beneficial to you. But the thing that we miss out on is lead generation is a way to get our AI system of Facebook ads up and running much quicker. I will say those of you who haven't done Facebook ads before, please don't be alarmed from these changes from iOS 14 update. This is actually probably the best time to get started with ads because we can understand where the difference of tracking's happening. We can make sure that stuff's working properly and you're hooked up to everything. Those of us who have been doing ads before all of these changes, right? We've had coding changes. We've had different parameters we've had to put into place to track better. It's been kind of, a headache, if I'm being completely honest with you. But that's okay, right? That's the whole point about marketing. That's why I love this industry, is it's always and ever will be changing. And if you're a good strategist and you're a good marketer, you're always going to want to be working on that as well, right? You're wanting to learn more. You're wanting to change up the game and continue to help your clients see success. So something that has been happening. Okay, last month was definitely hectic because ads started to track about less than 50% of sales. We're averaging right now in all of our clients between 33 to 50% of sales are tracking on the Facebook ads back end. On the stores though, the storefront, what they are doing is they're starting to send their first party data. Okay, it really is all about first party data. What iOS 14 did, if you guys don't know, is it said, hey, we're not giving Facebook or Instagram any more of our third party data, which means we got to follow people, right? So once they were on Facebook, we then got to put like a little tab, right? And we got to follow these people, what they searched on the internet, maybe what they were saying to Siri, right? We got to follow them for about 28 days. So this really helped us with retargeting campaigns. It helped put them in, to our tiers and into our audiences so we could hit them better with advertising. What this update has done is 70% of people now have actually opted out of being tracked on Facebook with this new Apple update. What that really does for them, though, is it does hinder their ability to find ads that are actually relevant to them. So if you guys have opted out of this, I highly recommend turning it back on, not just for the small business owner and you and those around you, but in the fact that if you don't want to see irrelevant ads, which is probably the most annoying thing when Facebook came out with ads, putting this back on is going to help you see ads that actually matter to you. Now, just because we can't track you all of the time or our people all of the time, right, doesn't mean that the data that we have from our first party people, right, so our email lists, our own website, what's happening on our Facebook pages and Instagram pages from these people, we actually have a ton of data, okay, and it's something that we shouldn't be afraid of. We're just going to be utilizing it more. And Facebook, trust me, they are working very hard on making sure that we're getting all of that data sent back to us and utilizing it well. The current hiccup that they are seeing is retargeting and lookalike audiences are seeing a really big impact. And retargeting audiences are usually our highest revenue sources, right? Because they're people who are interested in our products or services. They just haven't taken maybe the action we wanted, or maybe they're past purchasers, right? They bought from us before, and we're having a huge Q4 sale just for those who purchased from us previously. And I know this may seem like a lot of facts, but it's really going to help you guys understand that Facebook ads right now is probably the best time to get involved because they are working so diligently on making sure that our ads are converting for us, even if they can't track it on the back end properly, right? That's pretty much their only tech issue is how can we get this to track properly? And what's going to happen, at least in my marketing expertise, is they're probably going to connect with a third-party tracker. So there are two that I have heard great things about that work well. It's Hyros and Wicked Reports. Both of these third-party trackers help understand where everything's coming from, right? Is this sale coming from your email marketing tool? Is this sale coming from Facebook ads or Google ads? That's what this third-party marketing tool does. I believe Facebook's either going to have to create their own tool to utilize this, or they will partner with one of these tools to help us be able to track it in one spot easier. With that being said, the one thing I'm really excited about that just came out about 2 weeks ago is Shopify and other websites have announced that they are partnering with Facebook to make sure that our first party data, so the people that are coming to our website, that's our data. We get to utilize that. If we know their emails, we know whatever, we get to utilize that. They're now sending that back to Facebook and our ads account so that we can continue to build up our audiences. Really, the biggest issue here is the iOS 14 update has affected how we can grow our audiences within Facebook ads. And the audience is really how we target your perfect customer or client, right? So we really need that data to be on par. So a lot of the websites that we utilize, I know WordPress, I know Magneto, I know Shopify, are all connecting and collaborating with Facebook. Okay, we're back. A little pause there. Sorry, guys. But what they're all doing is making sure that first party data gets back to Facebook ads so that we can continue to build our audiences, continue to build lookalike audiences, etc. So that ads continues to be very, very valuable for us. Those of you who are on, let me know what your current questions or concerns are for ads. Do you have anything that's making you I want to stop ads, or I'm not sure, or Nicole, how can I track these better because I'm utilizing them right now and I don't know what the hell is going on? Drop those questions down below because I'll make sure to answer those for you. I want to make sure that we're giving you guys obviously answering those questions right now since I am live. The next thing is what I'm really loving about ads and what I'm testing out with my current clients is it's like a tiered audience funnel. So we are creating multiple different campaigns with multiple levels of our audiences, right? So a broad audience, a detailed audience, a warm audience, retargeting. And what we're doing is we're pretty much funneling these people into our audiences so that we're capturing them better. We didn't used to have to do this because we had more of that data to utilize from third-party people. But now that's really helping us see really, really good success for our clients. And I will say this month, our clients have seen higher sales and it's summer months, which means it's slower sales season. If you guys saw one of my last trainings I did, I'm like, slow month is like kaposh. But anyways, even with e-commerce, because we're getting back to normal due to COVID, people are out and about, so they're not online as much. My ad clients are still seeing really, really great sales growth. A couple of our clients have seen the most sales they've ever seen in revenue, which is pretty exciting, especially during the summer months, right? Where people are out kind of about doing their life and hopefully enjoying it a little bit after being locked in our homes for 18 plus months. I guess really for the point, for the sake of this training, right, is to make sure that all of you guys know that ads are still working. Just a few of the things that we've been implementing. So you guys, if you're utilizing ads or you have an ads manager and they're like, I don't know what's going on, we are using URL parameters. We are putting that into all of our ad creative. What it is, it's pretty much just like a tracking code on each individual ad that we create that follows them through the buying process. So Shopify, I love Shopify for this reason because it actually shows me where everything's coming from, as well as it's useful for Google Analytics if you're using like WooCommerce or somewhere else. Okay, I don't know how to convert likes on my ads to sales. Okay, so this is actually a great question. Are you utilizing the business manager for Facebook ads? So the URL that each of you guys should be signing into to check out the back end of Facebook ads. This is where you should be doing all of your ads. There should be no boosting posts. It is business.facebook.com/ads manager. That is the URL that you guys will use to get to the back end of ads managers and actually put everything up together properly. You need to make sure that your pixels on your website, right? So that's tracking properly to get sales. You may be getting sales, but if you don't have a pixel set up, Facebook ads can't track it, which is why boosting posts is a no-no, because usually you don't have a pixel set up. So it's only going to track engagement on that ad, not actual conversions like you're hoping that it's doing, right? Which it could be. And something that these UTM parameters, these URL parameters that we're talking about, what they're doing is on Shopify's end, for example, each order that you go into, it's going to say like destination. I don't exactly know what it's called. Sapphire can probably help me with that, but I'll figure it out. Is it destination that it says like on the order for the placement? Okay, so when you go into the order on Shopify, it says where they came from. And it's usually right below like their address. And in that section, you can click on that and it will tell you how they got to your website and when they purchased. And that's something that we'll explain if you have your UTM parameters in place. It will say, hey, it came from this cold ad that you made on 6/28, and it came from, your Facebook feed. And then this is what ad it was if you're testing different ads. Because that was my biggest fear as an ad strategist and ads manager is if I can't know which ad creative that I am testing is performing the best, I'm not going to be able to scale any ads. So these UTM parameters, what they're allowing us to do is me to see instantly, actually, which is pretty nice, that it's coming from this campaign, this ad audience, and this ad creative. There's 3 different levels, and you guys will hear me say that quite often, right? Especially if you're in the group. And that is really important because I don't really like to test audiences as much as I like to test creative, because I have tons of tools to help me make sure that the audiences that we're hitting are the right ones, which is the goal and which is where a lot of us struggle. That is the biggest thing now too. If you are getting into ads or you've done ads yourself before, AI cannot do 80% of the work anymore. It really is 80% of you making sure that you have the proper interests and hitting the right people. If you don't know how to do that, if you don't know like what you should be searching for, obviously come and chat with me because I'll be able to support you with that and really help you in that process. We do have Facebook ad audits that are $497 that include a 45-minute consultation with me after I give you the audit. That is literally sharing with you what you should change, what you should update, what you're doing good, and giving you guys all kind of the fun write out of what you can implement. I don't just say this is wrong. I give you the actual strategy on how to fix it and what you should be doing. I love doing those, super helpful. Those of you who are wondering, like, Nicole, what's the best campaign setup? Like, what should I be doing in ads right now? Let's say you've never done ads before. Those of you who've never done ads, let me know in the comments. The first thing that you're going to want to test, especially right now, is some type of lead generation ad campaign. And what this is going to be doing is it's either going to be giving them a freebie or it's going to be sending them to a Facebook group. And that way, you'll be able to see them come in really quickly and easily. You'll be able to say, yeah, I mean, the only thing right now that's promoting this is my Facebook ad. And you'll personally be able to make those connections, especially as a service provider, to start selling to those people. If you are a product-based business owner, highly recommend doing lead gen for there's tons of freebies you can do. Some of my clients are doing like, hey, get free access to our blog on this topic. And then we give them discounts within this group that they're a part of. Some of us do where they're giving out free things, right, that they sell. And then they say, hey, here's more of my stuff you need to buy to create this thing with this free thing I'm giving you. There's tons of ways to do this. And remember, like, I'm here to answer those questions. So if you guys are in our Facebook ad strategy group, ask those because I will give you advice on what I think would work best. But lead generation ads are really going to support you guys in lower CPAs, so lower cost per acquisition, and understand, is this audience working or is it not working? Before you're asking it to be like, hey, Facebook, I want to hit people I've never hit before with my product or service, and I want them to buy instantly, because that doesn't work, as most of us know. Okay, Susan, let's see. I'm going to move you up here real quick so that everybody can question. So how do you see which dynamic ad is doing best? Not just total clicks. Oh, excuse me. Great question. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're in the back end of your ads manager. And it depends on what you're asking that campaign to do, right? We need to make sure that if you're looking for clicks or if you're looking for sales, that in your ad campaign, you say, hey, I'm looking for conversions and I want sales. Excuse me. And that's going to help you guys be able to kind of see all of that. In the back end of Ads Manager, they have a space where you can customize your columns. It's at the top right, and it's the closest one to you. And it's called, I think it's called Customize or something like that, or rows or columns. It's called columns. And in these columns, you can scroll down. There's like a little drag box, and you can say Customize. Within this, it will customize kind of your own settings. So the KPIs that you want to look at, you get to say, these are the ones I want to look at. I want to look at, saves that I got on this ad. I want to look at adds to carts that I got from this ad. All of that is there. Again, it's just very technical on the back end. And sometimes you just need some help figuring out where to go to change those up so that you can see those. But the one thing that I love about Ads Manager backend is, even though right now it's not tracking proper sales or initiate checkouts, it still is hitting plenty of people. The reach now is way up compared to when this was implemented, the end of April. That was something that I was like, oh my gosh, like look at what's happening. It's reaching nobody and I'm spending a lot of money. The thing was, it wasn't that it wasn't reaching these people. It's that these people have opted out, so Facebook couldn't track them. Now they're getting to the space where, okay, so this is first-party data. We can track them clicking on this. We can track them liking this, but we can't follow them after certain things, right? Again, still a mess. They're still trying to figure it out. But the URL, the UTM parameters, right, where you're putting the URL parameters in, are working phenomenally. If you guys do not have a Shopify website and you are an e-commerce store, I highly, highly recommend looking into that switch because it integrates so well to so many things. Yay, Susan, so happy you found it. Yes, that is my best friend. I actually create my own custom columns for each client off of the KPIs that I like to look at. But yes, Shopify is huge. And they have so many tools that are really valuable for growing your e-commerce store. So if you're on Etsy, if you're on, any other of the places that I spoke about, I highly recommend looking into them because they are reasonably priced and they integrate with a lot of different things, including obviously Facebook's back end right now. Something that Facebook has put into place that if you guys are utilizing ads right now, please go and check. Go to your events manager tab, which is in, it's I think 3 lines now. If you go into the ads manager and you're seeing your campaigns that level, there's an icon that is 3 dashes. If you click on that icon, there will be a section that says events manager, then click on that button. This will take you to where your pixel is held, where your domain information is held, and where you can see like what interaction is happening on your website, right? The next tab that you're going to click on is settings. You're going to scroll down and there's going to be a space that says API conversions. You're going to want to connect your website. So if it's Shopify, Magneto, WordPress, I think yes, WooCommerce. It's not WordPress, but WooCommerce. All of those platforms integrate with Facebook now. And what it's doing is API is like, again, your first party data. It's allowing Facebook to take that and put it into their pixel and put it into growing your audience base and everything. So you want to make sure that that's turned off or turned on because currently that is turned off if you haven't done that yet. So just a little FYI. And I'm trying to make sure that I got through everything. Ladies, do you think I missed anything? Or have I kind of, okay, I think I've gone through most of it. One of the things too, ladies, is really the only thing that's different about Facebook ads right now is you just need more strategy, and you need to make sure that you're tracking things properly. So whether that's with UTMs, whether that's with a third party tracker, like I mentioned earlier, Hyros or Wicked Reports, these are what's going to help you guys continue to grow until Facebook can mitigate their back end, right? Because their back end is not telling you the truth at all. And it's pretty crazy because we have one client that's on pause right now because they were selling out of their products so quickly. So they're waiting for their product to come back in, and they have not gotten any sales since we stopped their ads. And we were only tracking about 75% of those as ours, which at this moment in time, obviously most of those, 100% of those were probably coming from ads. So it's really a revelation of, even with these UTM parameters, even with, all of these backend trackers, there's going to be things that are missed. People are going to see your ad, not engage, and write down your URL, right? Or they're going to save the ad and then not engage with it until day 10 instead of the 7-day parameters that Facebook can follow them. So there's really a lot going on that you want to make sure that either the team member you have on it for you is doing the best that they possibly can to track this for you, or you're understanding it enough to where you can see great success with it, which is 100% doable. Okay, I will say that. It has upped our time commitment in Facebook ads and clients for sure. A lot of ads managers are upping their pricing due to this time commitment. I have not upped my pricing. What we have done is we've kind of restructured. So for our e-commerce clients, it is a $1,500 a month commitment for our management fee. And we pretty much do everything that's needed for those campaigns. If an email sequence needs to be built out, a landing page needs to be built out, and then obviously all ads, creatives, etc. And then now we are taking a 10% commission off of what our clients have made profit after their ad spend. So this is making sure that we are always obviously working for our clients and making you guys as much money as possible. And then we just get a 10% commission off of that. I know a lot of ad agencies right now that are taking 20% commissions or that are upping their management fees to over $2,000 a month because the time commitment has literally doubled. The reason that I haven't done that is because I feel I kind of understand it a little better. And we're getting down a process that is kind of helping us I would say mitigate how much time we're utilizing on it. And we're getting that process kind of narrowed down, right? Clean, concise. And that's something that I'm really excited about. So that's kind of how we've restructured and just understanding for you guys. If you guys are going to do Facebook ads yourself, I highly recommend understanding how to do it, because as a business owner, you need to know all the aspects of your business to see good success. But just know it will take a lot of time. So if you need help with that, totally normal. I do consulting for that as well. So just reach out to me, ask those questions, and we can be there to support you. Now, with that being said, if you're like, Nicole, all of this shit has just gone over my head. I have no effing idea what you're talking about. I don't know if my business is ready for this. How am I going to know that? Please join my Facebook group. If you're watching me from my personal profile, it's 6-Figure Ad Strategies for Women Entrepreneurs. If you are in my group currently, let's talk a little bit about the Women in Business Retreat, because this is something that I will be doing a lot on. I will also be launching which I have to start doing, getting that together. I'll be launching my first Facebook ads program course ever. You guys will be getting 50% off of it. Those who join the retreat will be getting that as an extra bonus. I believe 50% off brings it down to like $500, something around there, $497, something like that. And what it's going to teach you guys how to do is how to do the full setup of your ads, how to successfully run campaigns, how to monetize a big or small budgets. And then also at the retreat, we will be going over these marketing techniques that are going to help you. When is the best time to invest in ads? Obviously, what ad creative works the best for e-commerce, for service. I'm really excited to kind of dive into that opportunity there. So if you guys are interested, let me know. All of our speakers have their own codes currently. So if you are looking for discount codes, please reach out to our speakers because they have a $250 discount code for in-person and a $75 discount code for virtual. Just a reminder, when you guys invest in your business, it is a tax write-off. So if you're interested in coming in person to the retreat, everything that goes to buying for that retreat can be written off for your taxes. And let me tell you, it is a lifesaver because last year, me investing in certain things really helped me not have to pay $12,000 in taxes. It was a big bill. It was a hefty bill without all of the write-offs, without all of the investment that I did in my business. If you are newer to business, needing more support, we are talking about so much that is going to foundationally change and transform your business, as well as give you connections that have done it before you. Obviously, we have grown rapidly. I have not done this by myself. I will not take that credit. I have an amazing team who are commenting with you right now, Devin and Sapphire. We're looking to add to that team. And then obviously my wonderful husband too. But just understand that each of these speakers that are coming to the retreat are experts in their niches. They're the only ones in their niches that will be speaking during it. And they are people just like us. So we're normal human beings. You'll have that one-on-one time with us, whether virtual or in person. And like I said, when I did my master class last week, after this retreat and after the strategies that you're getting from all of us, you guys will and can have a six-figure year in 12 months. And that's something that I'm super excited to say. As most of you know, if you've known me or have been in my space for a while, I only promise what I know can happen, right? And I'm very adamant about making things work for each of you. Because if you believe in yourself and you want that and you want to invest in your business, but maybe money is tight right now, I totally understand. I started there too. Just know I don't like to call them loopholes, but when you're investing in your business, that is a tax write-off, right? And it's really imperative that you understand that. And one of our CPAs is a tax and CPA expert. So she will show you and tell you all of those different things so that you can feel confident in what you're doing and investing in your business. So thank you all so much. I hope that this training was super helpful. The main thing to take away, those of you who are on, just hashtag Facebook ads still work for me in the comments. Those of you who are on the replay, do that as well. But Facebook ads are still working actually tremendously well, even for slow season. And I'm just really excited to share all of this. I was excited to see all of you guys on. There's a lot of you today. But please let me know if you have any more questions. If on the replay you have questions, I am here to support you. And I'm wishing you all the best rest of your Tuesday and week. And I look forward to connecting with you all further. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.